Hey guys, so I'm back. I look a little crazy. I haven't had a lot of sleep. I guess you can guess why, because I had my baby girl. She was born on her exact due date, which is crazy because I always thought she was gonna be born on her due date, but for her to be, I don't know, people have their baby earlier or later, but she came on December 4th. A lot of people have been asking me how my labor went, so I might as well do a video on it. December 3rd at like, I don't know what time exactly it was, but it was late at night. I was getting contractions and I was like, ooh, since it's my first time being pregnant, I had no idea what it was. I was like, oh, it hurts. I was getting contractions and I was like telling my boyfriend, I was like, we need to go to the hospital because I have no idea what this is. It's painful. Might as well just go and see what they tell us, whatever. We go to the hospital. I ended up being sent back home because it was the Braxton Hicks, like the practice contractions before you give actual birth. I was 3 centimeters dilated when I first went to the hospital. So when we got sent back home, I was like, all right, I'll try to handle the pain. It was like from a 1 to a 10, it was like a 6. So it was pretty painful still. Then I realized what real contractions were because no ma'am, I could not handle it. We came back home, became like 12 p.m. My contractions started to get stronger and come like every 5 minutes. So we were timing them, and then I was with those contractions probably for like 6 hours because we ended up going back to the hospital at like 6 or 7, something like that. So I was trying to hang in there, but I was like, okay, no, I waited long enough. I don't know if I can handle this. My mom came in the room and she was like timing them. Then she gave me a hot pad, like those water ones or whatever, to see if that helps with the contractions, and it did a little bit, but I couldn't bear with the pain anymore. So yeah, I was just trying to hang in there because I was like, I don't want to go to the hospital again and then be like, oh, you're not fully, or you're not more dilated, so go back home. So yeah, I couldn't handle it. My mom and my grandma were like, no, you need to go, because they noticed like I was like, every time they try to talk to me, I was like, no, just shh, I need peace and quiet. But thank goodness they were there, because I needed some type of distraction, even though I was in pain. So finally I was like telling my boyfriend again, like, let's go to the hospital because I really can't bear with this pain no more. And then we went to the hospital and I got checked by the nurse, and she's like, oh, you're 6 centimeters dilated, so you're definitely in labor now. I was like, yay, all right. Pretty scared. You know, pushing a baby out, it's just scary. Yeah. So we finally get into like the delivery room. We were there for a while because I wasn't fully dilated, so we had to wait and wait and wait. Me and my boyfriend were just watching Christmas movies because that was on the TV the whole time. And then I couldn't eat anything, which is really I was hungry. So all they gave me was ice. So I ate some of that. Luckily, that's all I was really eating when I was pregnant. I was just really craving ice. Yeah, so finally I became 10 centimeters dilated, and the nurse came. It was around 8 p.m. I want to say somewhere around 8. She came in and she told me, all right, let's do some practice pushes. I had an epidural and it wasn't painful when they put it. What really hurt me more was the IV, surprisingly. But epidural was fine. I could handle it. I was just scared because, you know, you can't see what they're doing. But luckily, I had my boyfriend there. He was holding my hand, so I was like comfortable. And then, okay, so practice pushes. I could not feel my left leg for the life of me. I literally couldn't lift it up. They had to help lift up my leg because that's just a side effect with epidural. You're literally numb. Felt like my leg was asleep. So I kept laughing every time they like moved my leg. So practice pushes came. My boyfriend had to hold my left leg up, and then the nurse was holding my right leg up. And like I couldn't even notice I was pushing because I was that numb. But luckily, I started pushing. Like 2 pushes, the doctor or the nurse had to call the doctor because they could already see her hair. So luckily, it was pretty fast of her, you know, getting out. I thought I was gonna take like forever because obviously pushing a baby out. Yeah, so 2 pushes, doctor came in, she was like, oh my gosh, I thought we were just doing practice pushes, but she's almost out. So that's when I got nervous because I was like, oh shit, she better come out. So after that, she just came, got ready, and I did 2 more pushes, and next thing you know, Sophia's out. It definitely feels weird. It just feels like a lot of pressure since you can't feel any pain or anything because of the epidural. But it just felt pressure when she was coming out, and luckily we got a beautiful, healthy 8-pound baby. She was born at 8:59 p.m. Yeah, it was crazy. It was really, really crazy. I'm very thankful that she's very healthy. By the time she was out and they got her clean and I was able to hold her, that little girl, my goodness, she was just looking everywhere, had those eyes open, just looking around the room, just staring at me. It was great. I honestly loved it. It was very special to me. I cried immediately when they put her on my chest because I'm like, damn, I just pushed this baby, 8-pound baby, 21.5 inches long. She's a big girl. And yeah, it was crazy. So then we went to the labor room. I don't know what they called it, but the other room after you deliver. That room was really small. I was shocked because the delivery room was way bigger, and then the other room was like a storage closet size. It was pretty freaking small. It definitely felt very squished in there. So I was ready to get out. We were at the hospital for 2 days. Yeah. We left Monday because I was like, I'm ready to go. There was some complications with breastfeeding. She just, every time she touched my skin, she would pass out. She's asleep right now. She would pass out. So it was really hard to breastfeed her. But now this girl eats like crazy. I'm telling you, like, she eats 4 ounces and still wants more milk after that. So I'm like, whoa, aren't babies supposed to eat like an ounce or 2? But no, my girl likes to eat. We had her recent doctor's appointment. She's currently 8 pounds and 10 ounces. Yeah, so she gained weight. She's a really good baby. I love her. Oh, she's stretching. I'll try to see if I can get a little clip with her in here and insert it. But I'll put some pictures of when she was born, because unfortunately I didn't record anything, or neither did my boyfriend, because they didn't let us. And I was too, you know, I wasn't like really focused on that, because I was just focusing on my baby and me, because I definitely had to get stitches. The little girl did rip me. And alright, sorry guys, my boyfriend called me. He went to go check out a car for me and the baby and left his money, so now he has to come all the way back, and yeah, that sucks. But anyways, she ripped me. I had to get stitches. So the first couple of days, or I'll say like 2 weeks, yeah, first 2 weeks was kind of difficult, because you know, you gotta wake up your baby every 2 to 3 hours to feed her, change her, and I could barely walk. I could barely walk because of my stitches, and it was just so painful. Oh, I definitely recommend, I'll put a picture of it at the end of the video, buying the postpartum kit from Target, because that was a lifesaver. It helped so much with the stitches and everything. It had the iced pads, which was clutch because it burns down there. The wipe or whatever, the witch hazel like lanyard thing, that helped a lot. And it came with disposable underwear, because obviously you're bleeding constantly, and you know, sometimes, you know, the pad and stuff, blood goes everywhere. TMI, but it's good to just have some underwear that you can just toss out. Oh, and what I took to the hospital was obviously the postpartum kit. I honestly would recommend just bringing comfy clothes. Me personally, because I like comfy clothes. I just brought pajamas straight up and some nipple balm if you're breastfeeding, some extra pads, some extra underwear, I brought fuzzy socks because I get cold easily with my feet, and shampoo, all the toiletries and stuff like that. You don't really and you don't really need too much at the hospital. Just always have your phone charger too, and bring a comfy blanket and pillows, because hospital blankets and pillows suck ass. So I'm just being honest. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is my delivery or my labor story. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I got my baby girl, and this little girl makes my heart melt 24/7. And yeah, I'm just keeping you guys updated. So like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Oh my god, I'm so said about all of